Hi, boys and girls. I've got the topic 7 test here in front of me, and I'm just going to go through and talk about each question so that if you have a question about one of them, you can just go right to the one that you have the question about and listen to my explanation. Okay? Number 1, Lisa has 15 buttons. She makes puppets that use 5 buttons each. Which equation shows how many puppets Lisa can make? So you're just looking for the equation that represents that story. Okay, remember an equation is a number story. Number 2, an equation is a number sentence. Number 2, which story could be solved with 18 divided by 3? So which one of those stories could be a story for 18 divided into 3 equal groups? Number 3, 4 students have 20 crayons to share. Which number sentence shows how many crayons each student will get? You've got 4 different operations there. You've got subtraction, multiplication, division, and addition. Okay, so there's something different right away. Okay. Number 4, boys and girls, I really want you to think about number 4. I remember from last year that this was a tricky one, but really the information is not tricky. It was just a little confusing, I think. A librarian has 25 books. Mrs. Flynn has 25 books. She puts an equal number of books on 5 shelves. Boys and girls, you know what I would really like to see you do, especially if you're confused? Draw the 5 shelves. That's a perfect first step. Draw your 5 shelves. This librarian has 25 books. She's going to put all 25 books on 5 shelves. And she's going to put the same number of books on each shelf. Okay? How many books are going to be on each shelf? My suggestion is 2 things. Draw the shelves and look on the question to see how many shelves there are. You don't get to pick. The other thing is write out the equation. What are we talking about here? I see 2 numbers. I see a 25 and a 5. Take the time to write out that equation too. I think that's going to help you as well. Okay? You can do that one. Okay? Don't let your math guy freak out. You might have to read it once or twice. Listen to my explanation again if you need to. You can do it. Okay? All right, number 5. Andy wants to find 18 divided by 6. Which missing factor equation can he use to help solve the problem? Missing factor is just when we put a box or a question mark, or we write n, which means number. You know, like 2 plus n equals 5. What is n? Well, let's see. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So n equals 3. Okay? So which one of those? The n stands for number. Okay? Which one of those can he use to solve the problem? Which one would help him solve 18 divided by 6? Number 6, which division sentence is shown by repeated subtraction? Okay, so boys and girls, start at the top. You've got 18 minus 6 equals 12. Middle row, 12 minus 6 equals 6. 6 minus 6 equals 0. Do you remember how we talked about how division can be seen as repeated subtraction the same way that multiplication can be repeated addition? Remember that? So the question is, what is the division sentence that this is showing you? There's repeated subtraction going on here. What's repeating? And what is the division sentence? So it's going to be a number divided by a number equals a number, a division sentence. Okay? That one could be a little confusing. I can understand how it could be. I want you to really think about what we learned about repeated subtraction. Okay? You can do it. Number 7. Oh gosh, number 7. Look at that. We hate those little boxes. I know we do, but we have talked about how to get through them. Okay? Zach has 21 flowers to put equally in 3 vases. Boys and girls, draw it. How many vases? 3. How many flowers? 21. Okay? Those little boxes are pretending that they're vases. They're weird rectangle vases. That's all. And I know you hate those boxes. Go ahead and draw it. That's fine. How many flowers will he put in each vase? Truly, boys and girls, it's a simple division problem. Write out the equation if you want. I mean, there's kind of two strategies here. You can draw a picture. You can write out the equation. That way you can maybe do some using multiplication to figure out division. So number 7 is not a hard one. It's just that your math guy sees those rectangles and goes, bah, right? So tell your math guy, cut it out. I'm in charge. We're going to do this. Okay? Number 8, Ginger has 32 photos. She puts 4 photos on each page of her album. How many pages of photos will Ginger fill in the album? I'm going to give you the same 2 suggestions, and maybe one of them works better with your brain than another. Draw it, or maybe even write the equation. When you write the equation, it kind of takes all the questions out of it because it turns it down into this is the division I'm trying to figure out. Okay? So she has 32 photos. She's going to put 4 pictures on each page. Remember, equal is a big part of division. So it has to be equal. 4 on this page, 4 on this page, however many pages she's going to do. So how many pages is it going to be if there's 4 on each one and she has 32 photos? If you want to, draw it out. If you don't want to draw it, at least put in your number sentence. Boys and girls, for all of these questions, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, please don't just write the answer. You know why. I've told you 1,000 times. If you just write the answer and you're off by a little bit, and I can't tell how you got the answer, all I can do is mark it wrong. If you at least, for number 8, write in the division sentence, at least I could see it. At least then I know what you were thinking, and maybe you had it all right, but then you just put in the wrong answer. Well, maybe I could give you like half a point or something. If all you do is write in 4 and it's wrong, there's nothing I can do, okay? Please write down what you're thinking, okay? So for number 8, draw me a picture, write in the number sentence, whatever, but don't just put a number 25 on the line, okay? Give me more than that. Okay, number 9, write a story that could be solved with 32 divided into 8 equal groups. Starting with 32, divide the 32 into 8 equal groups. Okay? Boys and girls, you can do it. This is not a terribly hard test. The trick is just telling your math brain that you're in charge. You know how to do this, then go ahead and do it. Okay? Watch this over again if you need help or you have more questions. Okay? 9 questions. You can totally do it. I know you can do it. It's your last one. Okay? All right. Good luck.